And in my mind, in my head, this is where we all came from. The dream.
わけでもない、そんな私たちは二軍のファンタジストである。特技妄想、守備妄想、今日の恋人ギリシャ人。これで23冊目もそこがにきにお返事を書かなくちゃ。リアルはもう諦めてる。ミラクル信じてはいるけど、痛くてちょっと二軍のユートピア。話し合わせ笑うとか、一緒にトイレ行くんだとか、なんだかんだで邪魔くさそう私には無理が今大変。
Before I get started talking about the characters, I wanted to show you guys something that I saw in the first 30 seconds of the first episode, and that is an actual McDonald's. Now, I'm not sure how long they've been doing this, and I know it's like copyright stuff, but it's actual McDonald's product placement in an anime. I've always seen product placements for fake franchises, and the only one I can think of was Whack-Donald's. That's the only one I can really remember. So I looked online to see if I can find any other ones, and I found a Dennis, Pseudobucks, KCF, and a Mickey Maids. Now, Mickey Maids, I wouldn't be too surprised actually existed for Beach Japan and the whole maid thing. But, yeah, the McDonald's. That was the first time me seeing a real McDonald's that I can remember. Maybe I've seen one before, but maybe not. So tell me if you guys seen any other real product placements in animes before. Curious to know if there's any other ones like, you know, maybe Apple or some other major brands. That was interesting, something to point out. So, yeah, let's get to the characters. So with the characters being the best part of this anime, I'm not going to do an in-depth review too much. I'm just going to do what I like and don't like. So try not to spoil it for you guys in case you guys want to check it out. So first up we have Shion, who's the typical anime smart girl that we've all seen. She's pretty, long-haired, she's soft-spoken. She only wears her glasses in the opening for some reason. I don't know what's up with that, but she's also a chess genius. Now, her character, I've seen it so many times, the typical anime smart girl, that I'm on the fence on her. I do like what they are trying to do and give her flaws to break up her character. So far, the flaw that they've given her, she can't eat instant ramen. Are you really telling me that a genius cannot read the back of a box? Or are you really telling me that she's just becoming an airhead character? You know, so far you portrayed her as a genius. It just doesn't make sense. What she did was more like an airhead character and not a genius. I'm not sure if they're trying to say like she can be both or they just totally messed it up. Not only mentioning the fact that she's Japanese and not knowing how to make instant ramen. It's like, really? What are they going to say next? She can't use chopsticks? I like the flaw idea to break up her typical anime smart girl character. I just don't like how it's being executed so far. Alright, so let's talk about the president of the club, who is Mao. She is short, she's short-tempered, she's mean, she bites, but she also has a cute childish side which breaks up her personality very well, in my opinion. The main reason why I like her is just because of the vocal range that they've given her character. One part she'll be very aggressive, the next part she'll be very childish, and the next part she'll be neutral. So her voice range goes all over the place. It's really nice to see and really refreshing to see such range in such a character that has such a big personality. It matches perfectly. Check out this clip. It explains her personality completely and perfectly, and it's also hilarious. If you don't speak Japanese, all that's really happening is she's counting down from 10 to 1 for no real reason, and that's just how she is. Check it out.
すげえ面白いやそれ。
そうですか。よかった。
あと10な。
何ですかそれ。
9。
え？
あと8。
何ですかその嫌なカウントダウン。
あと7な。
シオンさん。
6。
めぐみちゃん。
篠宮くんとお姉ちゃん、いつも仲がいいですよね。5。
キララ。
4。3。
部長の機嫌が悪い。そいつは危険だな。
1。
2を飛ばしましたよ、2を。
0。
So yeah, that's Mao. The next character is probably my favorite character so far. I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth with her. Try not to spoil too much, but she's my favorite, so I'll probably talk about her the most. And that is Kirara, who isn't really explained at all. She's just the tallest, the strongest, and she's just there sitting on a couch eating meat, which she only shares with the main character. She has cat ears, and she can also talk to cats, which isn't explained, so there's this shroud of mystery around her, like, is she a real cat? Is she not a real cat? What's her deal? So I'm really excited to learn more about that. She also has an intense fear of spiders, which I don't like spiders either, so this clip was hilarious. I'd probably do the same exact thing if I saw a giant spider staring at me while I was eating. She also can talk to cats, like I said, and she also has a cat scene, which is probably the cutest cat talking I've seen in an anime, and I can't remember when. How long did it take the voice actress to get that perfect cat sound in, the recording? Probably all day. But yeah, so she's my favorite just because she's shrouded in mystery and she's just there and she's just so interesting, yet nothing's been said about her or explained about her. So I'll probably just watch just to see her backstory. So now we have Megumi, who is, in my opinion, the sweetest looking character, or the cutest looking character, however you want to put it, in the group so far. I mean, like, look at her. She has pink hair, pink eyes. She's really sweet. She's usually making tea for everybody else 90% of the time that you see her, and she's Mao's little sister. Yet they look nothing alike, but you're just like, okay. Out of the group, I think she probably has the weakest character so far, but for her being Mao's little sister, I'm sure later on in the series that she'll have more major roles than she's had so far, and she'll be important. I don't dislike her, and I don't like her so far. I mean, I kind of like her, but I think she'll be necessary later on, and I hope that her character has bigger roles later on, just so we can see a little bit more of her character. And of course, we have to have a main character, and he's just the typical guy out of the group of girls. He's really, in my opinion, just there for them to pick on. That's all I've really seen so far. He's nothing special. He's boring. It's just, you guys know what I'm talking about. Just a cookie cutter guy out of the group of girls. He's nothing special, so if you want an amazing male character lead, you're not gonna find it here. He's pretty lame and boring. You definitely don't watch this anime for the main character. He's so boring, I almost forgot to record his name. His name is Kyoya, so yeah, that's how boring he is. I almost forgot to do his name. Now let me explain the plot to you real quick, so we can just get it out of the way. The plot is probably the most simple plot I've ever seen in any anime before. All it is them in a clubroom hanging out. That's the plot, and that's the scenery of the entire anime so far. I'm sure later on it'll get more in depth, more characters, and more backstories and all that, but so far it's just them hanging out in a clubroom. Okay, so I'm just gonna run down the technical stuff, like the animation, the music, the voice actors, and all that, just real quick. Let's see. Music, nothing special, nothing amazing. It's catchy, it goes with the show, so that's okay. Animation, I think it's fluid, above average, and does improve the immersion factor a lot. Fluid animation and the shots that the director chose to take in the room, it feels like you're in the room if you turn your brain off and you can just get sucked into the show. So the immersion factor is there. Drawing and art style, I don't know too much about, but to me it just looks like regular anime. If I'm totally wrong and it's something so different, then please leave a comment. And so yeah, I'm not the drawing expert. One thing I do think drawing wise is the color is spot on in this anime. It's vibrant, it's clear, and it totally adds to the atmosphere and of the anime that gives off it, of it being a goofy light comedy. So the coloring is perfect. For me, voice acting is a big deal. If you don't have the correct voices for the correct characters, the whole character just feels terrible. Yet the character could be very good, it's just the voice acting was not a match. Luckily, in this show, I thought The voice acting was great, perfect, and on the spot. Like, I have really no complaints. For voice acting, there was Kyoya, who was voiced by Hiro Shimono, who's done a lot of work, like D. Gray Man, Hellgirl, Fairy Tail. And the next one was Suzuko Mimori, who voiced Shion, who did the female protagonist for Batum. And she's dubbing Pinkie Pie for the Japanese My Little Pony. I'm not into My Little Ponies, but I thought that was pretty interesting that she's voicing Pinkie Pie. So yeah, voice acting is a big deal. You can have the best characters in the world, yet if you have a terrible cast, you're just gonna have a terrible group of characters. That's all it really comes down to. Alrighty, so my final impression of GJ Club. I'll try to keep it to the point and short because it's going on like 10 minutes and I usually don't like watching 10-minute YouTube videos. Hopefully in the future my videos aren't this long. I'm not really trying to make them this long. But anyways, final thoughts. Am I going to continue watching it? Yes. Great characters, good animation, look, okay, music. There really is nothing flat out terrible and should make you stop watching this show just because something's so terrible. The only reason I would say someone would not watch this show being they don't like comedies, and if they don't like comedies, you're not going to like this show. Other than that, other reasons not to watch the show is if you need your animes to have hard-hitting action, romance, or fan service at all times, then you're not going to like this show either. Other than that, I'm going to watch it. I suggest you watch it if you like to laugh, and who doesn't like to laugh. So, yeah, I'm most likely going to do a review when the show ends, so look out for that. So thanks for watching my first video. Subscribe, like, criticize. I'm new to this whole video making thing, so any criticism's good criticism. I'll make notes and all that good stuff. Yeah, so give it a shot. Most likely won't be disappointed. Catch you guys next time.